I just want to share my experience with Romell. It was my first game here at Cleveland High School, and Romell took a 90-yard carry to the house, and all I can think of was like, there's no human that can run that fast. Like, what the heck did I just watch? It was absolutely incredible. I've never seen a moment like that at Cleveland High School. And can you guys please talk about how you know Romell?
Romell is my brother. We took him in high school. We started off as really good friends in middle school, and we've been close ever since.
So my wife and I, we became Romell's legal guardians in about 2011, and so he lived with us, like Casey said, and he was just a part of our family from the beginning. He's someone that you can't help but love. His biggest smile, still to this day, a huge part of our family. My son named his oldest son after him. His name is actually Ryder Jordan. So a huge part of our family. We miss him every day. Just a heart of gold.
And off the field, I mean, I've only got to see him on the field. I remember a couple times in the hallway, he was very kind to me and always just said, "Oh, you can go right through," because I was always, "Oh, it's Romell Jordan, like you can go through." Such a kind person. I mean, that smile. Is there any funny stories that you guys can share off the field that was kind of describes Romell's personality?
Romell was always laughing, and he has a very distinct, high-pitched, screaming, pig squealing laugh, and it always made everybody else laugh. So there's so many moments that's just what I remember, especially in the kitchen. At home, we were always laughing about something.
And what she really meant is that they normally were laughing at their mother. So, but he had the biggest smile.
Can you talk about what they were like? I mean, what Romell was like on the field, on the track. I mean, have you ever seen anything like that before?
So I remember Romell's junior year, he had told me, he said, "I want to go to college and play football." And I said, "Romell, you've got to get faster." I said, "I know you're fast, but you've got to get faster." And he said, "How am I going to do it?" I said, "Go out for track." I was actually a track athlete. It's my favorite sport. And so I encouraged him to go out for track. He actually ended up being the MVP of the track meet his junior year in high school. And, his speed improved tremendously, and it showed on the football field the next year. And of course, he ultimately ended up playing football at the University of New Mexico. And I can't tell you how excited that young man was the day that he found out that he was going to become a Lobo. And he was so proud from that moment on, and he loved his Lobos.
That is awesome. There's a lot like new freshmen, sophomore, juniors, seniors. If there's anything that you want to tell them about Romell, what would you like to share to them?
He loved his friends. And Romell was not only a good student, and Casey can talk more about his academics and his involvement in Stuco, body president, vice president, stuff like that. But the biggest thing is he was the center of his group. People like Stephen Steele, Romell went and searched out the best kids he could find to be his friends. And I'm telling you, he surrounded himself with some really good people that to this day, Casey still is pretty close with.
I think Romell was so successful at having so many great relationships because he was very energetic and he had a lot of heart on the field, but also in every aspect of his life. And it was so infectious, and everybody wanted to be around Romell, and he made the environment very healthy and a huge loving community.
Perfect. Well, we're never going to forget Romell. I'm never going to forget Romell and what I saw on the field, and even as a person in the hallway. So thank you guys so much for your time. Romell Jordan, Cleveland Storm legend forever.